There exists an invisible current that shapes our lives, a powerful force that determines whether we experience lack or abundance. This current isn't found in bank accounts or grand achievements. It resides within the quiet chambers of our own minds. It is not about what we possess, nor is it about luck or circumstance. It is purely about how we choose to perceive the world around us. Our perception, like a skilled artisan, meticulously crafts the reality that the world then reflects back to us. Consider the story of Elias, a man whose life perfectly illustrates this profound truth. His journey reveals how a simple shift in one's inner landscape can utterly transform an entire existence. It is a tale of awakening, of seeing anew. Elias once lived a life painted in shades of grey, a monotonous existence in a small, forgotten town. His days were spent hunched over a workbench, repairing broken clocks and mended trinkets. He was a fixer of objects, yet he felt profoundly broken himself. A deep-seated belief consumed him. Life was inherently unfair, a constant struggle against unseen forces. He focused relentlessly on what was missing, on every perceived deficit, nurturing a pervasive mindset of scarcity. This belief became his constant companion. He was convinced he was unlucky, destined for a life of quiet desperation. This conviction acted as an invisible chain, limiting his potential and trapping him in an unyielding routine. He saw only barriers, only what could not be done. Limits appeared everywhere he looked, confirming his deepest fears. He believed only in what was absent, what was out of reach. Elias spent his days waiting, hoping for the world to change, unaware that the true transformation needed to begin within him. One quiet afternoon, an elderly traveller with eyes that held the wisdom of many seasons stepped into Elias's dusty shop. The traveller watched Elias work, his gaze gentle yet piercing. He observed the meticulous hands, the downcast eyes. Then the traveller spoke, his voice a soft challenge. "You fix time for others, young man," he said. "But tell me, when will you fix your own?" The words hung in the air, a question Elias had never dared to ask himself. Before departing, the traveller gifted Elias a small, leather-bound notebook. Its pages were filled not with stories, but with profound insights, handwritten in elegant script. Elias clutched it, a strange curiosity stirring within him. The notebook's core message resonated deeply, a simple yet revolutionary truth. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. Elias read it again and again, the words echoing in his mind long after the traveller had gone. He began to examine his own beliefs, peeling back layers of ingrained thought. With a jolt, he realized he had been living in a self-imposed prison, a fortress built from his own negativity and limiting assumptions. The truth was stark. From that day forward, Elias consciously began to challenge every limiting thought that arose. He questioned the old narratives, the stories he had told himself for so long. It was a difficult, often uncomfortable process. He actively replaced negativity with a burgeoning sense of gratitude. He sought out and focused on the positive aspects of his life, however small they seemed at first. He looked for reasons to be thankful, not reasons to despair. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, he started noticing small joys he had previously overlooked. The genuine smile of a satisfied customer, the intricate beauty of a clock mechanism, the quiet satisfaction of a successful repair. These moments began to accumulate. Elias realized a profound truth. Shifting his internal focus directly and immediately shifted his external experience. The world around him began to reflect the change within. It was a revelation, a quiet revolution. Months later, the elderly traveller returned, his eyes twinkling with recognition. He simply nodded, reinforcing the lesson Elias had learned. The outside world, he seemed to say, is always a mirror of what lies within. Elias now understood that happiness was not a distant reward to be earned after achieving success. Instead, it was a powerful trigger, an internal state that initiated and propelled positive change. It was the starting point, not the destination. Abundance, he learned, was not about accumulating more possessions or wealth. It was defined as seeing more, perceiving the richness and opportunity that already existed. It was about expanding his vision, not his inventory. He made a solemn promise to himself, a vow to his own spirit. He would no longer allow his mind to dwell on thoughts of lack. He would consciously choose to see fullness, potential, and possibility in every situation. He committed to focusing on what he could give, on the value he could offer to the world. His attention shifted from what he could get, from what he felt was owed to him, to how he could contribute. This was true freedom. This profound shift transformed Elias's work from a tedious chore into an act of creation. He approached each repair with renewed care, infusing every task with kindness and genuine attention. His hands became instruments of artistry. This change in attitude, this radiating positive energy, began to attract new opportunities. His business flourished and his reputation grew, not just for his skill, but for the quiet joy he brought to his craft. People sought him out. Customers were drawn to his calm energy, his genuine care, and the quiet wisdom he now exuded. They often left his shop feeling not just with a mended item, but with a lighter spirit, a renewed sense of hope. Elias realized that abundance was not something that simply flowed to him like a river filling a cup. It was something that flowed through him, an endless wellspring that enriched not only his life, but the lives of everyone he encountered. Elias's final, most profound realization was this. He had not been waiting for opportunity to knock, nor for luck to find him. He had been waiting for himself, for his own inner transformation to unfold. The power was always within. His story reminds us that our reality is not fixed. It is fluid, shaped by the very beliefs we hold. A mindset of scarcity breeds competition, fear, and a constant struggle for limited resources. It closes us off. But a mindset of abundance, born from gratitude and a focus on giving, fosters creation, collaboration, and endless possibility. It opens doors we never knew existed. It invites us to participate in a world of limitless potential. The choice, then, is always ours. We can choose to live in scarcity, seeing only what is missing, or we can choose abundance, seeing possibilities everywhere. We can respond to life with fear, or we can respond with unwavering faith. The unseen current awaits our direction.